tilt forwards and backwards until you find that neutral position. Okay, so we've got A to the front, C to the back, and your B is your neutral position. When you found that, squeeze your glutes and squeeze those thighs. Put one hand on your rib cage, one hand on your tummy, and 2 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And every time you breathe out through your mouth, you're engaging your core muscles. So imagine that resistance band tightening around your abdominals. Okay, from here, we are going to take your head up to the side, down, chin onto chest, and up to the other side. Feel that nice stretch in the side of your neck each time you lower down and come up to the side. All in your own time. Keep focusing on that lateral breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more on each side. Okay, bring your head back to center, looking up to the ceiling. And back down to the floor. And keep it going, up to the ceiling, chin onto chest, down to the floor. So your core is still engaged, shoulders are relaxed, knees are relaxed. Okay, bring your head back up to center, bringing your arms round in front of you, creating that semicircle in front of you, and opening that up, opening the chest up. Bring it in, open it up. Okay, you're doing 2 more. Bring it in and open. 1 more, bring it in and open. Bring the arms down to your side, you're going into our shoulder rolls. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more, 8. Coming forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8. Arm circles reaching up and behind, twisting that torso. 3, 4, 4 more, 5, 6, 7, 1 more, 8, bringing it forwards, up and over. Really follow the arm around with your head, increasing that mobility and that range of movement and motion within the upper body. When you've done your 8 to the front, we swap arms. I've lost count, which is why I said that. So I'm going up and over on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 more, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. On your last one, lower your arms down. Make sure you're standing hip width apart so your feet are nice and grounded. Palms out wide to the side. You're keeping your hips facing the front and you're just twisting your upper body from side to side. Really engage that core and you'll be able to feel this in your obliques already. And 1 more on each side. Excellent, bringing it back to center. And coming up, we're going to do our legs now. So we're lifting 1 knee up, over out to the side, and reaching towards that foot. Again, over and up, reaching towards that foot. So we're opening up the hips, stretching out that groin. So 4 on each side. And on the last one, we'll hold it. Try and reach that knee up and over as wide as you can. Make sure you're controlling it. So on that last one, shoulders back, nice flat back, and just hold it there. Really feel that stretch because we're going to be working the legs. We're going to do some lunges. We've got some squats. We've even got some plies going on over to the other side. And we've got some planks. So really, I've incorporated as much glute and oblique work as possible over to the other side. And one more to the side. And coming up into our squat, so feet underneath hips. We're lowering down, coming up as we squeeze the glutes, leg is going out to the side. It only needs to be a small lift off the floor, depending on your balance. If you've got excellent balance, you can bring it up higher. The idea is that you just control those movements. Great work, everyone. We're going to do 2 more. And last one. Excellent. So I'm going to go to the side, going into our half roll down, so feet underneath hips, rolling the shoulders forward, chin goes onto chest, and we're arching that back up towards the ceiling as much as you can, and stop when your hands get just above your knees. Chin is on chest, push the shoulders and the bottom back into flat back position, and feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Again, lateral breathing. Okay, from here, squeeze the glutes. We're going to arch the back. There's one of my vertebrae, all the way up. Squeezing those thighs, squeezing the glutes on the way up. Roll the shoulders out. We're doing 3 more. Try and make them fluid. So rolling down, arching. Focus on tucking in the tummy. Okay, pull back into flat back position. Squeeze the glutes, slowly arch back up. Roll the shoulders, 2 more. Forwards, chin onto chest. Arch. And flat back. Okay, squeeze those glutes. Roll. Last one. Forwards, chin onto chest. Going down slowly. When you get to your knees, pull back. And squeeze those glutes. Rolling back up. Roll the shoulders out. Excellent. Okay, going towards the end of your mat, feet hip width apart, you're rolling down the body, let gravity take you towards your toes, and you're walking out into our calf stretch. So pulling back onto that calf stretch, allowing your heels to try and touch the floor behind you. If I still don't know anyone who can actually do that. Okay, taking my socks off. We're going to start pulsing those legs. So you're driving that knee towards you. It's almost like a mountain climber, but your feet are on the floor. And we're going to stretch all 3 muscles of the calf. Okay, now toes in towards you. And heels to the corner of the room. And we're still driving those knees forward. Okay, heels towards you. Toes out to the corners of the room. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. And pull back into that calf stretch. And when you're ready, without rocking your body from side to side, we're walking our hands back up the body, go into that hamstring stretch on your way back up. Last thing to come up should be your head. Roll the shoulders out. We're going down into prone, and you're doing 8 little leg lifts, 4 on each side. And then you're going to come slowly back up again. So bottoms down, engage the core. And then all in your own time. So when you're done with your 8-leg lift, you're going to pull back into that calf stretch. And then slowly walk your hands back up the body. Touch those toes as you roll back up. And again, the last thing that should be coming up is your head. Excellent. Right. The first thing that we are doing, so if you want to use a band for this one, you can use a band. We're going to do some press-ups. You can do these on your knees if you want to as well. So the idea with the band is obviously you can put it above your elbows so it can support your body. You don't have to use it, but if you struggle with press-ups, as you go down, so if your elbows really tucked in, it helps to push you back up again. It really gives you that bit of support. If you don't want to use it, it's absolutely fine. Let's change the music. And then we're going to do 1 minute of that, 30 seconds off. And in the second minute, we are doing the ones where you're on the floor and then you squeeze everything and you push yourself back up again. Okay? Then we're going to go down and then we're going to push ourselves back up again. So it's a lot of upper body work. So anything on your knees is absolutely fine as well. Right, let's get started. So press ups first. I'll give you a countdown. The most important thing is to tuck those elbows in. I'm going to start on my feet, so I go down to my knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So nice, slow, controlled movement. Exhale as you go down. As you're down, inhale and exhale as you push up again. Oh, I'm on my knees. Really engage that core for this, okay? We're over halfway. Three, 2, 1. You can pull back on those arms. You've got 30 seconds off. So we're starting on our tummies. And all I want you to do is push yourself up. If you want to make it harder, you can lower yourself slowly back down to the floor. You don't have to do that at all. If you want to push yourself up, and then you can put your knees down and slowly lower yourself back down, okay? Work with your knees. 2, 1. So we're squeezing and we push. You can do this on your knees as well. You're going to go down again. So you exhale, you push yourself up. So you can do this on your knees. So for example, if you're on your knees, you lift your feet up in the air and you push your body up. So you're almost in a half press up position, okay? Over halfway. Oh, it's a tough one. Woo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, toughie. Right, bands are needed for this one. And we're going to be on our feet. So bands around thighs. If you want to use weights, you can. It's completely up to you. So if you have dumbbells, you can pop them down by your sides. I'm going to use a kettlebell, just hold it close to my chest. We are lunging on one leg. So we're lunging down. And as you come up, you're lifting that back leg and you're doing almost like a glute kick up to the ceiling. I show you in this direction. So we're going down towards the floor. As you come up, you're using your heel to lift it up to the ceiling. So it's a little glute movement. You're not doing an absolute boot with your with your leg. You're squeezing the glute and just lifting that heel up to the ceiling. So one leg for 1 minute, one leg for the other minute. At any point you need to break, give yourself a break. You don't have to use weights at all if you don't want to. So pick a leg. Remember, it's a little glute kick. Very slight. Okay, get that core engaged. Keep breathing. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So slowly down, up, little glute kick. Excellent. So it's going to take a lot of balance. And you'll notice as you do it, you barely feel your leg moving, but it is working that glute. And you're working against that resistance band as well. Halfway. Keep breathing. Ooh. You don't have to lunge that far down at all. You can do little movements. 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a break, grab a drink. We're switching legs. And then we're going to do some squats. We're really working the bottoms, peachy bottoms all round. Okay, let's get ourselves ready. Change legs. Grab your weights if you need to, hold them close to your chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So lunging down. Little kick. So we do these kicks when we're in all fours and you're almost kicking that heel up to the ceiling. So it's the same kind of movement from standing. Keep engaging that core. Halfway. Excellent work, guys. Oh, wobbled. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to bring you down on the floor because I don't know about you, but my bottom is hurting already. So we'll come back to our squats. We are going to do a back tilt lower. So we're on the floor. You can use weights if you want to. You don't have to use weights at all. And all you're doing is, so back tilt lower, rowing the boat for the first minute. So we're really working those obliques. And in the second minute, you are on your back and you're doing heel touches. So you can do 1, 2, and lower yourself down if it hurts your neck, and then keep going. But the first one is row the boat. So we've got about 20 seconds left of rest. So if you want to use a weight for row the boat, you can hold it in your hands. If you don't want to, hold the hands together and pretend that you're rowing a boat. Okay, let's get ready. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Let's do our back tilt and lower to a position that's comfortable for you. 2, 1, off you go. So the slower you row to the side, the more you're going to feel that in your obliques. Keep breathing. If you need to come back up and stretch out that back and then go back to lower again, that's absolutely fine. Work within your means. So follow your hands around with your head. You're halfway. Don't hold your breath. Ooh, it's starting to burn. Again, have a rest if you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. So with this one, we can sit up and do touches like this, depending on what you want to do, or you can do them from lying down like this. So you can do almost like a back tilt lower and go from side to side if you're more comfortable up there, or you can go on your back. So you're almost in a little crunch. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. So engage that core, really slow heel touches. And at any point you think, oh, neck and shoulders hurt, just come back down again, have a breather, and then come back up when you're ready. A minute is a long time. Halfway there. Again, at any point, come back down. Engage, and come back up again. Woo. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Okay, I'm going to give it a pause for you to come back up onto your feet again. Now we've given our legs a rest, we can do our squats now. You don't have to use a resistance band because we're going to be doing some pulses with our feet hip width apart. So it's completely up to you whether you want to use a weight or not. We're going to do some shoulder presses as well. So if you've got some dumbbells, hold them close to your chest. We're going to go down, 2, 3, coming up, squeeze the glutes, weight overhead, okay? Even if you don't have a weight, still bring your arms up over your head and back down again, okay? So because we're adding some mobility into the upper body. So grab a drink, still have about 20 seconds. So keep those feet about hip width apart. I'll go back a bit. Okay, get ready to go. Weights close to chest if you have them. 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're squatting down. 2, 1. Coming up. Squeeze those glutes, engage the core. Now you don't have to pulse any knee issues, lower back issues. Skip the pulse and just do some squats. Slow, controlled movements. Focus on squeezing those glutes when you go up to standing. Halfway. Back on the floor after this. Excellent work, guys. Really squeeze those glutes. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, the next one we're doing, I'll pause it again. We are on our sides. So we're in a side plank, but the bottom knee is bent. Okay, top leg is extended. And you are on your elbow. So keep that bottom knee bent. This is going to hurt your obliques and your glutes at the same time. One arm comes up over your head and you're reaching towards that foot and back down again. So reaching up and back down again. It helps if you flex your foot. So you're flexing your foot as much as possible. And you might think, I did 2 there and I thought that doesn't hurt. trust me, after a minute, it's going to be a bit sore. So flex that foot. Arm comes up overhead, and you're following your arm over and back down again. So it's a bit of mobility at the same time. So let's get ready to go. Get that foot flexed. 3, 2, 1. So reaching up, hold, slowly back down. Don't put that foot on the floor again. I don't know about you, my legs are shaking. Absolutely shaking. Okay. Exhale as you go towards your foot and back down again. We're over halfway. Your legs are going to start to feel heavy. At any point, you can bring your knee into your chest. Pat just registered you're doing a hard version, so you've lifted your hip up as well. You don't actually have to lift your hip up off the floor, but you can if you want to. So we're on the other side, elbow underneath shoulder, keeping that bottom knee bent, top leg extended. Get that arm ready over your head. So Pat, if you've done up on the other side, you can lift up, but you don't have to. You can just lower down and crunch. Completely up to you. So let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. So exhale as you go over to reach. Inhale as you're there. Exhale on your way back down. So really crunch up towards your foot. Flex it as much as you can. Have a rest if you need to. Halfway. And try the other half. And here. Four, 3, 2, 1. And relax that down. We are on our hands and knees next. Hands up to the shoulders, one leg extended. We're doing our rainbows. And we look over at that foot, wherever it goes. So up and over, looking towards the foot. Okay? So pick a leg. We're doing 1 minute on one leg, 1 minute on the other leg. So find that neutral position, engage the core, extend the leg, off you go. So looking over towards the foot on each side. And you'll be able to feel your obliques working and your glutes working at the same time. Keep it going. We're halfway. There's a great mobility exercise as well. Woo. Start to feel the burn. Three, 2, 1. Woo. Bring that knee in. Prepare your other leg. Grab a quick drink if you need to. Okay, hands underneath shoulders. Knee underneath hip. Find that neutral position. Yes, ready. Extend the leg. Get ready to go. The other leg. 4, 3, 2, one. Off we go. So we're rainbowing with the other leg. And we're looking from one side over to the other side. We're going up on our feet next. We're going to do some pliés. Halfway. This one does get really tough. Ooh. Good for the hips as well. Work those hips. Keep going, nearly there. Have a rest if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Or pull that back if you need to. Okay, I'll pause. So, for those of you who have done ballet in your previous life, I'm sure everyone knows what plie is anyway. We're almost doing like a sumo squat. But instead, with a sumo squat, we'd obviously go down like this. With a plie, you don't go down as far and you're maintaining your posture, okay? So I'm only going down ever so slightly, but my back is straight, my shoulders are relaxed and back, but I'm not tilting my body forwards in any way. So what you do is you squeeze your glutes as you're here. We're coming down into a plie. And as you're there, if you want to use some weights, you're going reaching over, back to center, reaching over, back to center, coming up and squeezing those glutes, okay? So the reach is over, we'll work those obliques, and we're working our glutes within the pliés as well. Still reach over if you haven't got any weights. So we're in what we call a ballet second position. So your legs are wide and your toes are turned out to the corners of each room. Think about posture. You're not bending forwards. So you're going down as to where it's comfortable for you. Some people will go really wide. 2, 1. Off we go. So we're going slowly down. We're going over, back to center, over, back to center, coming up and squeeze. Slowly down. Coming up and squeeze. Excellent. Feel the burn in the legs. Maintain that posture. Excellent. We're over halfway. Really engage that core. And up and squeeze. Down. Reach. And reach. 3, 2, 1. Woo, excellent. Okay. We're going to do that again, but instead of the reaches, we're going down. We're going to almost punch in front of us, but it's a controlled punch. So we're not punch, punch, punch. It's just arm out, and come up. Okay. Ooh, okay, breathe. Always make your heart rate go up quite high. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So lowering down into the plie, forwards, forwards, up and squeeze. Off we go, down, nice and slowly, forwards and squeeze, down. So really engage that core when you're down into that plie. Halfway there. Great work, guys. Make sure you're breathing, don't hold your breath. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming up. Oh, okay. Next one we're on the floor. We did do this one on Tuesday, but I'm going to have 1 minute of prone climbers. So you can do this on your knees as well. If you're doing it on your knees, you're going slightly forward. You're going to bring your knees from one side over to the other side on your knees, okay? You want to do it in full prone, you're going out to the side, back in, out to the side and back in. And again, you're looking at that knee, touching the elbow and back in. Right, that's for the first minute, then we're changing it up for the second minute. This is going to burn those obliques. It is a tough one. You can rest at any point. Okay, so hands underneath shoulders. Get ready to go. These are slow movements. And if it does start to strain your wrists, come down to your knees, okay? Off you go. So coming up into prone. Out to the side. Again, focusing on those obliques. I'll tell you when we're halfway. Oh, I'm struggling. To the top of my knees. Halfway. Oh, keep going, everyone. I'm really struggling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull back. Okay, right, we're going to swap because I don't want to put too much pressure on your wrists after that. Okay, so we'll go into tabletop oblique crunches, and then we'll come back to another prone position to take that weight off your wrists. So we are in tabletop. One hand is on your temple, one hand is behind your head. What you're going to do is crunch up to the side. You're aiming to touch your toes and come back down again. And we're just going to do one side and then we're going to the other side. So we're overloading the oblique on one side. If you think, why have I got my other hand on my temple? You can put it underneath your head to support your head ever so slightly. It's completely up to you. You might think, I'm just going to bring both arms over my head and reach towards my feet on one side. Whatever's most comfortable for you. Grab a drink if you need to. Okay, so let's find our neutral position. Feet up into tabletop. Check if your knees are too close to you. So one hand behind your head on your temple, one arm extended behind you. Off you go. You're crunching up, reaching towards that foot. Hold it and come back down. So exhale, hold, exhale on the way down. You're going to start to feel it. Remember, this is all in your own time. We're not counting how many we're doing. We're overloading one oblique. We're over halfway. Excellent, guys. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can hug those knees. So we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're reaching towards the other foot. Oh, okay, let's prepare. Feet up into tabletop. One hand behind your head, the other hand extended behind you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Exhale the way up. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale the way down. This one's going to hurt. We've already overloaded the obliques. They're going to start hating you. We'll do some glute work next. We're halfway. So nice and slow. You're doing so well. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hug those knees. Okay, let's do some glute work. We are doing, I won't pause it for that long, single leg bridges, okay? So you're coming up, squeeze, and back down again. Up, squeeze, and back down again. One leg for 1 minute, one leg for the other minute. If you want to add a ball in between your knees for some pelvic floor, absolutely fine, okay? You can do that. Just make sure the movements are really slow and you hold it at the top for a couple of seconds before you lower it down vertebrae by vertebrae. So really concentrating on stabilizing that spine, okay? So let's get ready to go. Pick a leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're coming up, hold, squeeze, 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 and lower. So it's all about mobilizing that spine. So working on from the top of the spine down to the bottom of the spine. And then when you're coming back up again, squeezing that glute and working your way up to the top of the spine. Meanwhile, that thigh and that glute are not going to be liking you right now. We're over halfway. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that down. Or bring that knee into your chest if you need to. We're going to switch over to the other leg. And then we're going to do some more oblique stuff, okay? So bring in that ball if you want to use that ball for some pelvic floor. Always good to do some pelvic floor no matter what we're doing. Let's get ready to go. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly lower down. Excellent work. And with that ball in between your thighs, you're going to be working those thighs and the glutes even more. Halfway down. Halfway. Keep working. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go back into our prone now. So we're going to do the last one. We're in box after that, so there won't be so much pressure on your wrists. Okay, the next one in prone, again for the oblique one, you can, I'll give you 2 options. So on Tuesday, I know we did opposite knee to opposite elbow. So you can do that, or you can do roll to the side, back to center, and roll over to the other side. So really small movements, keeping that core engaged, but it's an oblique killer at the same time. So completely up to you. You can do both with your knees on the floor. So you can still twist with your knees on the floor, and you can still do opposite knee to opposite elbow with your knees on the floor. So work within your means. Pick which one you want to do. And then we will keep an eye on the time. I've done that one. Okay, let's get ready to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. So coming up into prone if you can. I'm going to do the rolling from side to side, I think. I might do 30 seconds of this. And then I might do 30 seconds of opposite elbow to opposite knee. Woo. Halfway, so I might switch over now. Oh, struggling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Right. I want to add a couple of more in, so that we'll just do one of these ones. We're going down into a plank position. It's up to you whether you want to do this on your knees. I'll demo with it on my knees. You're going to have to try and stabilize yourself, okay? So try it on your knees first. One hand is on your temple, and you're coming up to the ceiling and almost threading it through, up to the ceiling, and then threading it through. I would do it on your knees. I'm just trying to think, if we're in plank, I mean, you can. I don't know if I could do a minute of that. So try 30 seconds in full plank if you want to have a go. So you're lifting that elbow up to the ceiling and back down underneath you, okay? A lot of control and concentration. Let's see what we can do. We're going to do 30 seconds on one elbow and then 30 seconds on the other elbow. I'll tell you when to switch elbows. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're coming up, threading through. Whew. It's hard to balance. Slippery. Going on my knees. Halfway back. Halfway. We're switching sides. Elbow to ceiling. Almost threading it through. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, okay. We've got time for one more. So let's do our last tabletop one, and then we can stretch from this one. So another oblique one. You might want to have your arms wide to the side. You're dropping your legs to where is comfortable, and you have the option of extending the top leg, bring it back in, over to the other side, extend the top leg, over to the other side, extend the top leg, and over to the other side. It is quite tough, so you don't have to do the leg extension at all. We're just going to do 1 minute, okay? So legs in the tabletop, arms out wide to stabilize yourself. Find that neutral spot in your spine. Get ready to go. In. Wait for countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. So over to the side. Extend the top leg. Bring it over. So by extending that top leg, you're trying to fight against your obliques to stay upright. So look in the opposite direction as to where your feet are going. Halfway. The only issue I usually find with ones like this is it hurts on the band of my leggings. I don't know if anyone else gets that. Oh, I've got a zip on them. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug those knees into your chest. We are going into cool down now, so grab a drink if you need to. We're going to start from lying down as we're on the floor anyway. Get some relaxing music. Okay. So we've already been over from side to side, so we're going to stretch out our glutes first of all. So your legs are into tabletop and you're dropping both knees down to the side, placing them on the floor, and you're looking in the opposite direction of where your knees are placed, and you'll be able to feel that stretch. Sometimes if you've got tight glutes, it is quite painful, but it is a stretch nonetheless. Okay, bringing that back up and over to the other side and look in opposite direction. I can always feel it in one side more than the other side, so you may have the same. Excellent, bringing those back up. If you have your band to hand, put your band around the bottom of your foot, and we're going to straighten that leg up to the ceiling for the hamstring stretch. And try to flex your foot as much as you can, so you're almost pointing those toes towards you. And then as you're there, you bend that knee in towards your chest, hold, and then push it back up to the ceiling. Okay, one more into chest. And then push back up to the ceiling. And switch legs. So pop the other foot into your band. Flex the foot. Oh, this one's really sore today. Bend the knee, bring it into chest. And back up to the ceiling. One more time, bend the knee, into chest. Now back up to the ceiling. Excellent. Drop that band over to one side. Put one foot onto your other knee. Pick up behind the knee. Bring it in towards you. So we're just going to mainly focus on stretching out those glutes and our hips. And switch them over. Now with a stretch like this is really good for piriformis syndrome, sciatica, and it does not matter how long you hold them for. So if you want to, I quite often do this one in front of the TV at night, and I'll hold it on each side for a good 3 minutes on each side. And it really releases those glute muscles from your lower back as well. It's brilliant. Okay, bringing that down I want you to roll over to your front and you're pushing up towards the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes, stretching out the lower back. And then pull that back into child's pose. Coming over those knees, open up those knees ever so slightly. And into that child's pose, stretching out the hips. Okay, squeeze the glutes, come up onto all fours. I'll turn around. Coming up onto all fours, arching the back up to the ceiling. And back down towards the floor, lifting your head up. Squeeze the glutes, arch up towards the ceiling. And down towards the floor. 2 more. Squeeze those glutes. Vertebra, vertebra, arching the back up towards the ceiling. And lowering back down. 1 more. Squeeze the glutes, arching up and over. And lowering back down. From here, we're coming up onto our knees. Stepping out in front of us into the hip open stretch. Leaning in towards that stretch. Okay, put 1 arm on the inside of your knee, push it out. Meanwhile, reach behind and look towards that hand. And switch sides. Okay, so pushing into that knee, stretching out the hips. Put the hand on the inside of your knee and reach out behind. So this also stretches the lower back. Excellent. So bring yourself back onto all fours. Tuck your toes under and we're pushing up into the calf stretch. And then with the out swaying from side to side, we're slowly moving back up the body. Hold that hamstring stretch as you're rolling back up. And then roll your shoulders out when you are there. We're going to bring arms around to the front, open them back up, round to the front. As you open them back up, really feel those shoulder blades pushing together, okay? So we have used our shoulders with some of those shoulder presses and rowing the boat. Nice deep breathing. 1 more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. What I want you to do is just place your palms on the lower back and squeeze those elbows in towards you. Excellent. Release those. Roll the shoulders, bend the knees. And then when you're ready, we're going to finish off with a couple of breaths. So Pilates positioning, feet directly underneath the hips, shoulders relaxed, core engaged, posture, thinking tall. 2 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more time. in through the nose and out through the mouth. And that is us done already. I always think Thursday goes really quickly because I want to include so much into one class. But thank you for coming, everyone. What day is it today? Thursday. So Saturday morning, who does anyone do Tabata on a Saturday?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. I might join in on Saturday because I don't usually do it. I usually take Ted out, so we might have a double act going on Saturday. We'll see how it goes, but thank you everyone for coming, and I will see some of you on Tuesday. But have a lovely evening, everyone. Have a glass of wine. See you later. Bye.